All right, so it says we're live. So hello, everybody. Hopefully you can see us and hear us. We always have electronic gremlins every week, so let me know if something's off. I actually just had my internet drop out a second ago, and I have noticed it correlates with every time I get a message with, hey, do you want to turn your VPN service on? And all of a sudden, well, stuff drops out. So hopefully I've made the right change there that it won't do that throughout our live stream. So if this is your first stream, I'm going to apologize. The lighting is crazy. Well, let me apologize to everybody. We got the sun coming right through our blinds right now, hitting us in the face. We're washed out in the background because it's dark up here. It's just where we like to sit,
Yeah,
y'all.
your face is like so.
I know it'll change here in just a few seconds, and you'll see me adjust the brightness up and down on the camera as the sun's setting. So it gets complicated. We don't have a really good place for a live stream to film, and we want to be out here because, again, if this is your first live stream, what we typically do is chat for about an hour and do some cooking as well, which we'll be doing tonight. So I apologize if we have any gremlins. By all means, if it cuts off or I disconnect the camera like I do from time to time, or any other crazy stuff, there I will restart the live stream and you'll get another notification if you have notifications turned on. So it is what, April the 23rd at 7 p.m. I always have to look down because the year's flying by. And if you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment. We're live right now. May not be later. We do allow these to play back and we'll answer your questions. We do have a fan on in the background to keep, well, bugs and things off of us. It's Florida. Let me know if it winds up being too loud because it's a little noisier than normal today because the wind's blowing right into it.
I don't think we can typically hear it. So
Yeah, but it's being a bit noisy today with the wind blowing into it. So we'll see how all that works out. So we already got quite a few people in the house. Looks like 112 have already jumped on. So hello all. Don't be bashful. Ask questions if you got them. I see Zoe says hello. So hello there. Everybody's saying hello. Let's see here. Robert's got the first question. So what am I going to do about all the dove in the garden? So I've just ordered some. Eat them. I know we may. And they're technically pigeons.
Yeah.
They're called ring-necked doves, but they're huge pigeons is what they are. Now they're a clean bird because they're out here just eating my seeds up. And I have been going and looking all in the garden yesterday and today, and I'm finding my bean seeds are being scratched up, my corn seeds are being scratched up, and I'm finding seeds in beds where I didn't plant them. So obviously I've got a major issue. And I just went out and watered the garden right before we jumped on the live stream. I didn't make it from the garden to the house. I turned around, one of them coming lit on the power line, watch me, and then just swoop right down into the garden bed to start scratching around. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put some fake owls up. I just ordered some. I think that's a really good thing to try. I got one with movable heads. And I may try the fishing line trick of running some across the garden. But honestly, I hate the way that looks. And I definitely don't want to put up netting. I know that's been a popular suggestion.
Love the owls.
Yeah, well, he can't jump 6.5 foot in the air to get them either. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully the owls keep them away at least long enough. If I can just get past the seed growth and then the pigeons figure out the owls are fake, no big deal then. As far as what's cutting my plants, a lot of people are suggesting I may have cutworms in the soil. I'm going to have to look into what to do on those right there. Some people suggesting nematodes and other things, but by the time I get all that in and established, I'm probably going to be done replanting so many times. I'll have my plants on the way, but it's something I really need to look into next year. But the rabbits and I think the pigeons are probably my biggest problem right now. The pigeons, believe it or not, they weren't really here last year. They have just started showing up. There was 2.
And they look very healthy too.
They are very, very healthy. Then there was 4. Then there was 6. Then there was 8. Then there was 10. Now it's like, all right, we're starting to get a little out of hand here. And they're perching up underneath my pole barn too, pooping on everything, if y'all know what I mean. So they're wearing out their welcome really quick. When there was 2, it was cute. You had a pair out here making their little funny noises and all. But now that there's 10 and they keep going and telling their friends, it's starting to become a little bit of a problem, if y'all know what I mean. So let's grab a few more questions here. Everybody says sound is perfect. Can't hear the fan. Great. Thank you for the feedback right there. So yeah, everybody, where's the pool? Where's the pool? Where's the pool?
Where's the pool?
Well, if I move my head, we do have dirt, which I did a little spoiler the other night. So here's the situation with the pool. My friend who's going to bring over his mini excavator and his laser transit, 2 very important pieces of equipment for digging this out, will really speed the process up. He just got back from vacation. We spoke today. If he has any cancellations in his current job where he does all the digging and stuff, he's going to come over this week and we're going to start digging it. If not, he's penciling me in for most likely next week, it sounds like. So the pool may start this week. It may start next week.
I hope so.
I'm going ahead and getting all the materials, you know, the paper pads and things we have to set post on. We've done got the dump truck load of fill dirt in that he wanted for backfilling and packing and leveling everything. He gave me a older Transit, and I'm gonna go ahead and start pre-marking everything out. So work's gonna go ahead and start this week regardless, and we may dig it this week, especially if he can work it into his schedule. So we're very, very close. Now keep in mind, once we dig it and start filling it, I then still have to trench water lines. I have to trench power over to it. I don't really want to do all that too terribly early because I want to know exactly where everything's going to be.
Gotta turn off my
Yeah, go ahead. Then we have to plumb in all the connections from the nozzle to the skimmer. I couldn't think there for a second. So there's going to be a few days of work there while it's filling and we're getting everything set up. We have to put in that copper ionizer I was telling you about. Hey, that's probably going right in your mic. You're probably wondering what's going on. She's back there venting a Instapot, if y'all wonder what the hissing is. So yeah, we're getting there, y'all. Maybe this week. Maybe this week. So yeah, everybody's asking dirt pile right behind my old big head. Hard to see. So Pest Hunter says some states consider the Eurasian collar dove, which is most likely what these are. We just call them a ringneck because they got the big collar, an invasive species. And it very well may be. I was going to look that up because if it reaches the point that we have to take care of them because they're showing up so many at a time, well, they're a clean bird. There's no cities nearby. It's not like these are, you know, infested and contaminated and eating stuff off the street, so to speak. They're eating seeds just like dove and everything else. Well, if we're going to harvest them, yeah, we'll wrap them up and put them on the grill.
Yeah.
I don't mind putting some bacon around them and taking care of them, if you know what I mean. But I want to make sure they don't qualify as a regular dove because if they do, we have seasons on that, and that season's been out for probably a month and a half, 2 months. But I'm glad you brought that up. Eurasian collar dove. I think that might be what these are. We just call them a big ringneck, but they look like they have the collar. I know. They do look.
So
they do look. Oh, that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the dove.
No.
I said they do look plump and delicious. Yeah, the rice that she's venting off over there smells amazing on the porch right now. Might as well tell everybody what you're cooking tonight.
All right, we are doing Mississippi roast tacos and French onion rice. If y'all have not had the Mississippi pot roast, oh my gosh.
It is amazing.
I will never cook pot roast ever again the same.
No.
So it is amazing.
And we've never tried what we're trying tonight.
Yeah, we've never done the tacos, so I figured we'd do something different with it and kind of spice it up, not make it too heavy with all the potatoes and everything with it.
And I'm cool with that.
Do the tacos, and then I made my French onion rice to go with it.
Y'all, her French onion rice, which is not overly complicated, right?
No, I'll show everybody how to make it. It's only 4 ingredients.
Y'all, every time we carry this to a cookout or somewhere else, people love this stuff, and I love it. It's just so buttery smooth and tastes so good. And I'm not a rice lover at all. I really don't like rice at all, but that rice, it's amazing. And it's simple, especially if you have an Instapot. All right, so is my doppelganger from Pensacola? I think you asked me that earlier this week, Corey. Otherwise, yeah, several people have run into apparently my twin. I have no twin, and I don't really know anybody from Pensacola, and I've only ever been there one time, and that was last year. So, nope, can't say I know that person.
Would be funny.
But like I told you, if that guy that you ran into, you thought was me, it must have been one good-looking dude. He had to have been. What else we got going on here? See here. Whoa, buddy. Got the dogs barking. Of course, been sleeping all day long because he's been swimming the last 2 days. And as soon as we start the live stream, yeah, he's going to go crazy. Absolutely crazy. Why don't we put up bird netting for the garden? Because I honestly do not like the way it looks. I don't like it at all. If we have to, I'll run some real clear fishing line across or put a wire around the outside with some streamers on it. But I'm praying something like those, what did I call them? Fake owls. Yeah, that scares the birds will work. So let me scroll back up. My comments flew all the way down. First of all, let me not skip over Adam with an extremely generous donation there. Thank you so much, Adam. That's very much appreciated. He said, happy Sunday for the solar fun. Well, I sure enough appreciate that because we just blew a pile of money on some new solar that I just got off of this semi Friday. It's sitting out in the shop. I inspected it today to make sure there's no shipping damage. And then we got a lot more stuff coming down the road. So we've been heavily investing in that ourselves. So thank you so very much. We truly do appreciate you. Just scroll back up and just grab a few random comments here. Man, y'all got to really ask some questions. I'm way behind now. So, yes. So Sharon says 10 full pans and things like that in the garden. That's kind of my idea where I'm heading.
Yeah.
I want to keep it looking as good as it can, but if I got to temporarily put those full pans up, I think my grandmother and some other people do that. They'll flop around in the wind and throw light everywhere, make some noise. That may be a good idea. Those, along with the fake owls, very well may take care of my problem, at least until I can get my plants
Or we
high
could do a
enough.
scarecrow.
Yeah, we could do a scarecrow or something like that. Let's try the owls first. I don't know if I got time to build no scarecrow right now. So we'll see how all that works out. So y'all, I'm skipping through comments because they're coming fast. If I don't answer your question or ask it again, we'll do what we can.
Check my rice again.
What else we got going on here? Old CDs work good too. That's a very good point. I forgot about those flapping around.
Those are valuable to us.
Yeah, they are valuable.
We like our old CDs.
I know. I got it. Well, we don't even have a CD player, I don't think, no more, but we still got our old CDs. We was talking about that just the other day. Happy birthday to Jake from State Farm. Is it really Jake's birthday? Or is it Josh's birthday? We got Jake and Josh, both the brothers. I see Josh saying thank you and Cash saying it's Jake. So whoever's birthday it is, happy birthday. How about that? I missed that comment right there. So Chris says don't pencil it in, make the date solid in concrete for the pool. Buddy, my hands are up. I'm dealing with a guy that's got the heavy equipment because I'm not going out here and actually we're just going to use his earth moving equipment and his expertise because he's got everything that I need. I could go out there and start on it. I can't hold up that big of a pool by myself, so we still got to get a bunch of people here to help us out. So Kim asked, are those pigeons or doves? We call them a big dove, but they're technically a pigeon, I do believe. I'm gonna have to really get that figured out. Is what I'm gonna have to do because I need to see if it's legal to maybe potentially get rid of them, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, wait a minute. Am I an idiot? Is Josh and Jake, aren't y'all twins maybe or something? So it might be both
They're
y'all's birthdays. I know they're brothers. Were y'all twins or something? I can't tell by the little thumbnails. If it is, then I feel bad. Then happy birthday to both of y'all. Oh, yeah, there it is. Jake is older by 90 seconds. So obviously y'all are twins. And that just popped up in my head.
Happy birthday to y'all.
Happy birthday to the both of you. Let's see here. Man, a bunch of bird netting questions there. So y'all have already got the answer there. Man, I am so far behind. Did I hear that right? Andrew doesn't like rice. No, I'm not a big rice fan, especially like white rice, and I ain't a big yellow rice fan either that she loves, but I like rice on tacos. And I love this French onion rice. I really do like that. But no,
he's not overly crazy about it.
I'll eat it, but no, I'm not crazy about it.
I have to fancy it up for sure.
Yeah.
Casseroles or
it's so
something.
Bland. I mean,
we definitely don't do just white rice.
No, I can't do that. It's got to have a bunch of stuff that's really not necessarily good for you. Yeah, everybody's upset about the rice comment. How about that? So Robert says, you mentioned it. This was funny because a lot of people I threw off. Said, you mentioned in your cleanup video, you almost got bear caught. Being from North Florida myself, I'm quite familiar with it, but you have a few that are stumped. Yeah, everybody was like, what is this guy talking about when he says he about got bear caught? So that is basically heat exhaustion, but we just call it bear caught down here for some reason. But it's to the point that you get so ill and so sick. And I've had it happen only a couple of times in my life, but you can feel it coming on. It's just pure heat exhaustion and dehydration and everything else. And when it finally catches you, we just call it like getting caught by a bear because you're done, you're over with. And a lot of times it literally takes a couple of days to bounce back from that. One time I got it when I was really young. I think I was working in the tobacco fields, if I remember correctly, working a summer job. And I just remember it just took me 2 or 3 days before I ever felt right again. So that was that term right there. I know a lot of people are.
Yeah, and everybody gets on to you about not wearing the chaps and stuff, but yeah, you would be extra hot.
I already get so borderline on getting heat exhaustion, y'all. I just don't, unless you live in this state, I don't think people understand how hot it already is here and what 90% humidity and 100% humidity does to you. It's just, it makes you sick, makes you ill. And then when you throw on boots and steel toe boots and jeans and everything on top of that, long socks, you're feeling sickly pretty quick. You really are. And it don't really matter how much you drink. It's just a weird feeling. I hate it. Let's see here. So Peace Love says, I was wondering how best to build bird netting around the blueberry bushes. That's a good question and something I should get into because Tiffany got out there a day or two late this week to eat her blueberries, and I think our pigeon friends
Yeah, I
had done.
got like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think they helped her out as well. So
Yeah.
they make just, I think Amazon sells some typical throw over bird netting just for blueberry bushes. And we probably should invest in it ourselves because there was like, I don't know, 50 or 60 blueberries one day, and the next day there was 3. So everything is
They're
really,
healthy, that's for
everything's
sure.
really enjoying our garden. We're really helping the animals. Oh my goodness. Let me go ahead and scroll on down. Wow, y'all are popping up the questions tonight. Let me get with it. Will a bear Amazon bear rug work in the garden? Asked Cash. It very well could scare them right off, Cash. It'd probably stink and be disgusting after that first rain that we're guaranteed to get. Oh my goodness. So Robert says I still can't find the membership button, and I think I have missed. No, I haven't made it down to the membership stuff going on there. So beneath the channel, there is a beneath the video, there should be a join membership channel.
Yeah.
And in the live stream, it's in the description that's right beneath this right now. It's like one of the first things. It says join the channel for perks. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was asked by several people a while back to do that. It's just something YouTube offers. So more of your money that's not donated there, but it's a monthly like $4.99 membership. More of that money goes to the content creator than say ad revenue that we get on videos. So actually, Mr. Doug was the one asking me over a year ago on top of me big time about starting that. I finally did it a while back because YouTube kept pestering me, hey, you should start a channel membership. And what I typically do is post some behind the scenes videos, behind the scenes pictures, and let people know things that are coming up and going on. But I still save all of our full length content for free. The membership is just kind of a thing for people that want to do a little extra support for the channel, and we greatly
We do
appreciate it.
appreciate
It's
it. Thank
not
you.
expected at all, and it's just behind the scenes content is what we typically post there, so you get to see stuff well in advance and a few little short videos, things like that. Like I said, I don't ever want to take away from the free content side of YouTube, because I know a lot of people appreciate that, and that's why they come watch their content
Absolutely.
here, and that's why our long form content's always going to be on the free side of things. But it is in the description of every video, it's in the description of this live stream, and there's usually a little button right beneath the video that says join, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly,
it says join.
because I'm joined to a few other channels myself to support them. So appreciate you asking about that. And looks like I'm already way behind. I think somebody just, who was
Yeah.
that? Was that
Go
Adam?
down. Go
Yeah.
down.
Well, I was gonna catch a few more
Okay.
comments. We're gonna get to him. I think Adam's
Can
done
you just
donated a
click on
bunch of
it right
memberships.
there?
I think you can. I keep forgetting
Okay,
to do
that'd
that.
be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Adam, thank you very much. Said
Yes,
gifted
thank
10
you.
memberships. Truly do appreciate you, Adam. You've been so kind and so generous. Right behind him is Josh. He says fence fun. Yes, sir. We're twins and
Yes,
24
thank
today.
you.
24. Oh boy. Oh boy, do I remember that. Enjoy it, buddy.
Happy birthday, guys.
Enjoy it. You'll be 40 before you know it, and then
Yeah.
50, and then 60. It flies by. So happy birthday. And man, I should be donating you something on your birthday, not you to us. So truly do appreciate you, Josh and Jake. Happy birthday today. And there's Jake right behind him. Says misclick meant to do 20. Well, it looks like 20 come through. I think you got it right there, Jake.
Yeah.
But thank you so very much, and happy
Thank
birthday to both of
you.
y'all. And then
Yes.
right behind them, goodness, y'all on a roll, Miss Lee, who's always so kind and generous to us.
Thank you, Miss
Excuse
Lee.
me. Ruger's Pool Toys.
Yes, he needs some more toys.
Yeah, because we just sat there right before the live stream and watched him destroy yet another toy on the porch that's chewed up and spit out here behind me. That dog can chew some stuff up now. Luckily, it's only his toys. He doesn't chew up garden
Yeah, he's
hoses or
pretty
anything else.
good. Yeah.
I've trained him well. He knows there's certain things we'll give him to let him chew and tear up because labs love doing that. He's been very good about that. So thank you very much, Miss Lee. Thank you all. Y'all are just so kind. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna grab a few more random comments. Put a windmill in the garden or hang some old CDs on a string, says Cash. Yep, that's been a popular suggestion. I'll do that. I may do the pie tins. I think those will do good, but I'm hoping the owl itself, because I bought one that the head will kind of blow and move around. Hoping that'll take care of me.
Okay. Okay. You want to show it to the live stream? Yeah.
Yep. So here's
Stand
Ruger.
here.
He says, hey. I need to turn the brightness up on this camera.
No scratch. Hey.
Ruger has went swimming the last 2 days. We've never let him swim 2 days in a row on the river, and he has slept and slept and slept and slept, been so wore out. And now every time, as soon as the live stream starts,
Yep, he's hyped up.
yep, he's ready to go because he's been napping all day long. He even swam in his pool the other day. Well, I guess the boys are going to take a walk around the property right now. Corey says if we're ever in Pensacola, let him know he'll buy us a meal and a drink.
Well, thank you.
We were just there last year, and I tell you what, that's a beautiful beach. No
It
plans to
is.
go there anytime soon because it's a long drive for us, but I couldn't get over how big that beach was. I also couldn't get over how packed that beach was.
Yeah, it
We
was
went on
pretty
a
packed.
Saturday, and holy smokes. I don't know if I've ever seen that many people on the beach.
You don't go to the beach very often.
Nope, and that is exactly why, because I don't do
Amber's
crowds.
not a beach person.
I'm not a crowd person either. I get a little nervous. All right, let's go on down and catch some more of these right here. So here's all the memberships that went flying everywhere. I'm so far behind. Let's see what else we got here. Mikey just popped up. It shot me right to the bottom. Solar Fun and 1522 Cleaning Supplies Fund. Because,
Well,
yeah,
thank
me and
you.
Mikey have been talking behind the scenes. 1522 is that new pew pew that I got. And it's
Yes.
all his fault because he taught me into getting that.
All his fault,
I need
Mikey.
to make
Yeah.
a video on that too if I can ever find a day to sit down. But so far, I really, really enjoy that, and I actually just got me another magazine for that thing too. But I think that's going to be really fun. So thank you so much. Always so kind and generous. By the way, if you're new and watching this, we never expect donations. But it's a huge part of what makes this thing work, and we're so appreciative of the people that do this. We never ask for it. We do not expect it. We just appreciate you watching our content, sharing it, and helping us grow the channel. That's all we really want. And then right behind him, Mr. Mike, who's always so kind and generous, always thinking of us, always leaving comments. He says, I got one by you last week and I missed it. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Was it right there at the end or something? Or was me 50 comments behind like normal and I accidentally skipped past it?
Sorry about that. We greatly appreciate
So sorry,
that.
Mr. Mike. Well, we always want to
Last week and thank you for this week.
we always want to recognize you guys and ladies that do that. My goodness, dogs, y'all gotta go in the yard.
It's Bullet doing all
I
of it.
know. Well, he's gonna quit chasing him.
They need more food, I guess.
I can't think straight. Yes, go give him some more food. Can't think straight with all these dogs barking. I know it's cute, but I have a hard time already focusing on the comments and reading everything as it is. So let me go back up and catch a few more that I have just skipped right over. So yes, Hammerman wants to know pool table. So I tried to get a couple of them, and I literally could not get people to respond to me, even though they posted them for sale. Extremely aggravating process. We got so busy with other stuff last week, I didn't go digging around like on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace looking for them. But I am going to go back to looking because once the pool's in, I kind of want the pool table to be right there with it because we're kind of building our bachelor and bachelorette pads, what we always joke about. That way, if we got a stormy or rainy day and we can't get in the pool, I love shooting billiards, absolutely love it, and I'd love to be inside. So we're still going to be looking for that. I just didn't dig in much last week. The week before, I just couldn't get people to take my money. As crazy as it is, I could not get people to respond to me on their postings they put out. Just wild. So what state are we in? We are in Florida, North Florida, up near the Georgia border, kind of. So you'll hear us talk about frost and craziness, and then you'll hear us talk about 100-degree weather. We've got it all. Let's see what else we got going on here. Who engineered our home plans? He's a contractor. His name's John Gentry, but he only works, I think he only works one county locally. He does not venture out, is my understanding, way explained to me, into too many other places because the building codes change so much. We're in hurricane zones. You go one county over, it's another hurricane zone, whole different codes and rules. So he typically works locally with one particular architect. So I don't know if that's really going to help you out unless you happen to be building right where we live. And he was so booked up a while back, he actually asked me to not advertise for him because he was that daggone busy. He was super busy. Oh, Brian says, what's our favorite meal with zucchini? Well, I know mine.
You know yours?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love zucchini fries, like the Parmesan zucchini fries.
Those are pretty
Those are
good.
pretty good. What's your favorite meal with the zucchini?
She makes a squash and zucchini casserole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a casserole. You're kind of covering the flavors up, but it is so
That is probably
good.
our favorite. Yeah.
It is so good.
Hey, that's enough.
Yeah, tell him. Zip it. Hey, we're live. Hush. Oh, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oops, we're in trouble again. Did we pop that bottle of champagne that's old and rotten for
Didn't
our
even think about it.
for our 1 year anniversary for the house? Nope.
Oh,
We forgot
no.
about it again. Obviously, you can see we just not really champagne drinkers, aren't we? We bought the bottle to celebrate whenever we got our CO to move in the house. We never opened it. And here we are saying 1 year later we're going to celebrate
on the river.
Yeah, I guess so. But nope, didn't pop the bottle again. And if we still got it, we need to pour it out because it's probably old as can be. I don't know if champagne lasts or not. It's sugary and sweet. You think it lasts as long as other stuff? Mm. Nope, sorry, we forgot to celebrate again. I think we both celebrated that day by working.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that? Let's see what else we got going on down here. Malin B says, "Would a 12 gauge work on those pesky pigeons?" Yeah, it probably would.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? So Dino, all the way from Australia,
Hello.
on a Monday morning, still blows my mind. How's your Monday going? Because it's Sunday over here in the States. Thanks for jumping on and chatting with us. Do we go lobster hunting? Was another question. So we have never went to the Keys and did the lobster hunting. We've only went to the Keys once. I'll be
We were in
honest with
off
you.
season whenever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of did the Keys thing, and I'm not sure if I'm not going back to Key West personally, unless it's a free trip because it felt like a tourist trap. We've got prettier beaches up here by far in North Florida. I would probably go back to the northern Keys and maybe do a little diving for lobster and do some fishing because that's everybody says go there for that kind of stuff. Problem with lobster is I am allergic to lobster and I'm allergic to shrimp. Like swells my throat up, dangerous situation. So it kind of doesn't excite me to run down there and catch a boat full of lobster that I can't eat or keep, if you know
Right.
what I mean. I love diving, love swimming, but nah, if I'm gonna go down there, we're gonna get like
I'll eat
some.
it.
Yeah, I bet you would. We're gonna get some fish or something that we both can keep. How about that? But definitely allergic to it. So Robert asked, did I get my package from Hammerman? I did not, Robert. So I'm not going to say too much about what Hammerman had going on last week, but he mentioned it earlier. But he did ask me to mention for anybody that believes in thoughts and prayers, had something going on last week, and he asked me to bring up this particular person's family. So it kind of obviously got him very sidetracked. Did not get the fish package last week. I'm sure that's coming up in
That's
the future.
understandable.
Completely
Yes.
understandable. But yeah, there's a family that could definitely use some thoughts and prayers right now. And Hammerman did ask me to ask that. So slight delay. I know he'll get back at it. He seems like a hard-working man. I think he said he's getting his boat back Tuesday, so he'll be heading right back out.
And Miss Rebecca also asked if we got her package as well. Earlier,
Yep,
yeah.
I was actually making it right down
Yeah.
to that one. So, Miss Rebecca, you're gonna kill me. Did not go to the post office this week. Typically, I actually,
Well, we went in the beginning of the week.
yep, I went
but
Monday.
it must not have came.
I
by
did not
then.
go back, but I will make a note to go tomorrow morning. So we'll make sure we go check for that. So I apologize. Our We got really crazy hours in a really small, weird post office. Not even open on the weekends, only open a few hours in the mornings. So it's very difficult to make it up there, but we will go check that. So Ruger is the best gift of energy for bullets, says Samuel.
Absolutely,
Yep,
yes.
I think he has absolutely
He is
added some
definitely keeping him
years.
young.
Yep, he's added years on him. So Mr. Jimmy just got a badge or something. Says member for 1 month. So
Nice.
yeah. Oh, thank you, Adam, again.
Yes,
So
thank you, Adam.
that's right.
Those people will appreciate that.
Well, they may not. They may hate what I post on the
Oh my
membership stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. So Miss Lee says it's 80 and windy over there. That's pretty much how it's been here. Although the humidity's actually been quite low here. It's been very comfortable. Last few days have felt amazing. I think it got up into the low 80s today, but didn't really feel like it because we were relatively low humidity. Heck, we don't now. We got them closed, but we opened up the windows today and let air blow through the house. You know, it's not something we get to do very often just for the simple fact that it's normally 75 or 80% humidity outside. It's felt amazing here. Sounds like pretty good weather where you're at, unless it's too terribly windy. And Sharon says she's also heard of a lot of people lately just posting items and then not responding. That's been my situation with the pool table. Like, why are you going to go through the trouble of posting something for sale if you're just not even going to respond to me when I'm like, hey,
Or it's already sold, they don't get on there and update it or
I
anything.
guess, but I mean, it's a shame. I'm like, hey, and I don't word stuff where I sound like a scammer. I'm like, I live not too far from your town. I'm a cash buyer, and never a response. It's like, okay, just the heck with that then. Oh wow, Sharon said it was snowing there today.
Oh gosh.
That's just
Well,
crazy.
that's hard to imagine.
I know, I can't imagine that at all. What else we got going on? How about Florida yellowfin tuna trip? Yes,
Oh,
now you're speaking my language. My favorite fish on the
yes, that
planet.
would be nice.
I would love that. So Miss Rebecca says, happy that you might be able to get it. You're going to be surprised. Oh,
All
a
right.
good surprise or a bad surprise? I'm sure a good one. Oh, so Mikey says he's sending some burpee tomato seed super sauce. YouTube super sauce tomato. That's a mouthful right there. It's a heck of a name. Let's see here. Apparently, you can use these for canning. Each tomato gets up to 2.5 pounds.
Wow, that's
Well, I've got
crazy.
those beefsteak tomatoes
That's
out
what we
there.
need to make sauce with.
No
Yeah.
kidding. That's worth your time right there. So thank
Mhm.
you. I think Crystal and uh oh, I'm gonna feel so bad. Who else said they were sending me some seeds? Now I feel horrible.
Well, you can't remember
Too many
everything.
names to keep up
Can't
with.
remember
I know we
everything.
got some more seeds coming. I feel bad. I try to keep up with absolutely
I would
everything.
love to make some sauce this year. That would be nice. We go
Yeah,
through a lot of tomato sauce
we
and
do.
pasta sauce,
Get
so
a little bit of work in that,
yeah.
prepping everything. But if we had enough tomatoes to make it worth our while, I don't mind spending half a day doing it and just canning up like crazy. So, will I do a YouTube video on canning? I asked Libby. I actually have 3 or 4, maybe 5 videos already on the channel with canning. I actually just type in the Kelly's Country Life in YouTube and then put canning right behind that because that's typically what's in the title, and they should pop up for you. But I already do have several, and we will do more. Let's see here. Stephen asked, what's my favorite dream offshore boat? Without a doubt, it would be a Freeman. I want a Freeman so bad. And that new 29 they just come out with, oh, I've got my eye on that one. If it weren't for just that I need several $100,000 to get it. But one of the smaller Freemans would be my absolute dream offshore boat. I don't even want one of them gigantic things that you can't have tow down the road. That would be it in a heartbeat. So if you have a few $100,000 laying around, man, send it on. I'll get that offshore boat. Problem is, I'm going to need a new truck to tow that thing as well.
Yeah.
What else? There was one more I was going to grab right here. They're popping by me so fast. Wow, Jeremiah said they had snow today too. What is up? Where do y'all live? So now Pieces Happy says, got to do a champagne donation. Y'all deserve it. Yeah, but we obviously ain't into drinking it because we sure enough keep forgetting to. Oh, shoot, I'll send you some Reaper seed, says Hammerman. I already don't like the sound of that. I'm guessing that's one of them burn your mouth up
Yeah, he
peppers.
can barely stand taco seasoning.
Yeah, I do not like hot peppers, so don't worry with it. I don't love hot stuff like that. Oh, so where else we got going on? I see a lot of y'all chatting back and forth, so I'm just skipping by those real quick. And oh, Crystal says we have Silver Queen coming. Well, that's my
Nice.
favorite seed.
Yes.
And Mr. Jimmy says
We
he can't
definitely
find it.
like the Silver Queen over the Silver King.
Yes, we
We
planted the
had some,
Silver
yeah.
King, and while it made a really big ear of corn, and everybody said it was going to be sweeter, I found it to be the exact
Yeah.
opposite.
I don't know if we're just so used to the Queen or what, but we liked
Maybe.
it a lot better.
I've
Yeah.
tried several different types of corn, and I'm telling y'all, nothing beats Silver Queen. It's the best corn. Nature Nut says, good evening, internet. Not so great today, but I'm trying. Hopefully that's your internet, because I did have an issue right before we jumped on.
It
But
looks
y'all,
like we're good.
all right, y'all let me know if we have an issue. Glenn says, nuclear pepper. No, I already don't like the sound of that one either. No, thank you. I don't like anything that sounds that hot. So Brent says, on your solar projects, you might want to consider getting a simple and cheap grid tie inverter for the sole reason to get the permit, get yourself a new meter and be grandfathered in the future. That's true, but Brent, it's funny you bring this up. I did quite a bit of reading today on our local co-op. I went through page upon page of the application process, all the rules and regulations, and we're actually going to talk about this in an upcoming episode. But long story short, the payback is not here, and I don't think it ever will be. It's getting worse and worse. So we'll discuss that in the future. What else we got? By the way, what do you got to do? Is this Blackstone, or are you
Yeah.
just dipping it out of the pot?
Yeah. I'm doing on the white stuff.
Okay.
You ready for me to get it
Yeah, go ahead
going?
and fire it up.
Okay.
I see we're already 35, 40 minutes in, so we'll get that going. So how's the eggs coming along? Good, other than the fact that obviously our hen that's sitting on the nest isn't laying, and we're occasionally getting 1 to 2 eggs a day from the other hens. I got to pick her up every day, put her to the side, and get the eggs out of there that you know, obviously we don't want in there. So it's kind of been a process. And we've got an aggravating rooster that likes to come up and try to spur me every time I do this. So it's been an interesting process to say the least. I still think we're another week and a half away before we could potentially see any hatchlings. And I've got to get my butt on that coop ASAP, which is also happening this week. So we've got the big pool project and the new chicken coop going on at the same time. So once again, I've backed myself in the corner with these projects. Got so much stuff going on. Let me bump this camera up. It is getting dark. All right, I'm gonna wash y'all out for a little bit, but now y'all can actually see me. So Kim says World Cat boats are bad. You know what? Actually, we used to own a World Cat boat. I had one of their 25 footers with twin Yamaha 150s. Loved it.
We did love it.
Extremely smooth riding boat.
I miss it.
I kind of miss it too. I don't miss cleaning and washing that gigantic boat.
Or filling it
Or
up.
filling it up. Because that was back in the day when non-ethanol went to like $5 a gallon when we owned it. And it was hundreds upon hundreds of dollars per trip just for fuel. And then you had ice and drinks and everything else. And it got expensive really, really quick. What else we got? Mikey says he processed 14 cords of wood this weekend. Holy smokes. How on earth did you process that much firewood? I don't do that much in an entire year or season. That is insane. There's another comment. Man, they're flying by so quick. Trying to find it here. Jimmy says he can't find okra or silver queen. I've had me a heck of a time the last few years trying to find seeds. Ever since COVID started, and then that really kind of started with the Texas freeze up that happened. Then you couldn't get plants, and some seed issues happened. It's been really, really weird. What kind of pool are we putting in? We're doing well, I'll call it a really nice above ground pool, but most people consider those not nice. It's not like your Walmart one. It's got the all metal sides and, you know, real liner and good warranty. It's a 27-foot above ground pool, and we're going to partially bury it after we get some measurements off the back porch here. Okay, I see a lot of people's figured out what Hammer had going on this week, so I'll let y'all continue to have that conversation. But yeah, definitely keep those people in your prayers who Hammer's talking about there.
All right, how many of these tacos you want tonight?
How many tacos do I want?
Yeah, they're going to be relatively small, but I mean, what do you want, 2 or 3?
I'm not starving. Give me 2.
Okay.
We'll eat the rest tomorrow. I got to where I don't like pigging out on supper much anymore. Why not with indigestion and everything else by the time you go to bed? So, tripping had a good point there, but something worth bringing up. Watching your garden view today and all the posts that I cut down, the tall ones, I should have mounted my weather station up on there. It's a really weird area over there that I'm afraid would get some inconsistent wind and odd gusts. It's kind of blocked by the building and some tall trees. And that's starting to get a long ways away from where my base station is. And I'm afraid I'd have communication issues, but that would have been a thought, but I don't think I'd get accurate wind information right there. So how deep of a pool? It's the 52 inch, if I remember correctly. That's the deeper ones, right? I think they go 48 and 52. We got the deeper one, 52 or 54, something like that. It's in the 50s, which will be fine. Obviously, we're not diving in it, but it's just something you can wade around and water's up to here. You're nice and comfortable. We we have a friend that's in the in-ground pool business, so we have a general idea what those things are running. And oh no, that's not for us. So it was above ground pool or no pool. We're definitely not doing it in ground. Yeah, way out of our budget. Mikey's got an actual wood processor. No wonder. See, Cash says he'll take 5 tacos with extra cheese.
All right, Cash, I'm on it.
And Hammer will take 4. We're already out. We got a problem. Kitchen's closed. We got to turn the open sign to closed. So Kim, you must have jumped on a little later. What's the sand pile for? That is going to be backfill for our pool. So a friend that's going to help me dig the pool that's got, well, an excavator for one and the equipment to come level and measure the ground, asked me to get in a nice clean backfill like this. And we're going to backfill, basically dig the hole 2 deep, backfill it with this sand. That way you can pack it. It's nice and clean and rock and root free, no issues. And it should be really good underneath the liner. Now, that's way more dirt than I'm probably going to need now that I get really thinking about it. I thought it wasn't going to be enough. I got watching some videos today. That's way too much, which is fine. I got holes all in the yard that we'll just use the rest to go fill it in. If you're going to pay the money to have a dump truck come here, you might as well get a full load, because really it ain't the dirt you're paying for. It's the gas, diesel, and the dump
we'll
truck
always
driver.
have use for the dirt.
We all, yeah, absolutely, we always have use for dirt. Glenn says, I saved him money on the weather station. I guess because I shown him that you can just go check your neighbors. He says my neighbor has one. There you go. As long as he keeps making it public, just download the app and go check his out. Hey, goodness. So when does the pool start? Yep, I see a lot of people jumping on asking pool questions again. We think it could potentially start this week. We have a friend that just got back from a vacation. If he has any cancellations in his current job this week, we'll start digging it. Otherwise, he's already got me scheduled for sometime next week. So we don't know. Next live stream, y'all could see something up in the background, or it could be the week after. We're definitely trying to make it work. The only other thing we got going on this week that I just thought about is they're calling for like 2 or 3 days straight of rain, and that's not really going to work with digging a hole and backfilling with sand. I completely forgot about that. That'll be a problem. So it very well may be next week. So Mikey says, welcome to and thank you. So I guess you're now a member, or you may have already been before. Now, I wasn't paying attention, but I see a new banner just popped up. And then there's Mikey again. It says Taco Fun. He'll take 3 tacos, and he donated $10 for 3 tacos. That sounds pretty fair.
Awesome.
That sounds pretty fair, Mikey. So we'll drop them in the mail. Can't promise they're going to be any good by the time they get to you. So thank you very much for that donation there. Truly appreciate you. So Porter says, new follower, love your channel. Keep it coming. Love it. Thank you very much, Porter, for the support. We truly do appreciate you. Barbara asked, do we deliver? Not yet. We're working on that. Tiffany's taco truck is coming soon.
Oh, I would love that. Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, everybody's saying they need to come over and have a pool party. So any savings to report with my power bill since using the solar in the shop? It's really going to be another month before I'll have an accurate report, because I did a lot of tests last month and powered some stuff off and on. I had a few cloudy and rainy days, and I had to flip the grid, which we're about to take care of that with some new equipment I got. But I can tell you it already dropped dramatically. Like the previous month, not counting all the fees and facility stuff that's crazy. Previous month, I think I spent $70 or $80 on electric for the shop, which I did a lot of work that month too. The last month's bill, I think I paid $30. So you can see the solar already put a dent in it. And by the time we install this new equipment, I think that electricity side of the bill is probably going to go down to just a few dollars a month on the couple of days that I have to charge off the grid. But with me adding additional batteries, and now I've got additional solar panels, it's not going to be very often that I have to charge off the grid. So I'm not expecting much. All right, let me move the camera. I'm going to go ahead and caution everybody. Every time I move the camera, unplug it for a second. We'll try to get you back, but we're going to show Tiffany doing some cooking. Man, I hope I don't kill the live stream. I do it every time. I kind of set the cord up today where we might not have an issue. I don't think I killed it.
All right. So for those of you who missed it, we are doing Mississippi roast tacos. And then I made my French onion rice. So if y'all have never tried the Mississippi pot roast, it is one of our favorite meals. Ever since we discovered it a couple years ago, we make it very often. And it's just a chuck roast. You sear your chuck roast. I typically do it in the crock pot just because I like my meat to get real tender with all the juices and fall apart really good. Sorry, the fan's blowing my eyeballs here. And then you do a packet of brown gravy, a packet of ranch. I don't do a whole stick of butter. Most recipes call for a whole stick of butter. I do about a quarter stick of butter.
Yum.
Just because we're trying to be a little healthier. And then I throw about 6 to 8 pepperoncinis, sometimes 10, and then do about a quarter cup of juice or a half cup of juice in there and just let that go for 8 hours on low or high for 4 hours. And here's our result of that. Let me see if I can get it up to y'all here.
Let me get out of the way so it'll focus.
In our light, we might need some light too. And we are going to make some tacos out of that. And then to talk about my rice real quick here, so I don't forget, my rice is very simple as well. And it's just 4 ingredients. And this is French onion rice that I do in the Instapot. And I'll show y'all what I do with that. I just throw a cup of rice in there, a quarter stick of butter, a can of French onion, and a can of beef consomme. And you just turn on the rice setting and it's done and it's delicious.
It is so good, y'all. And
It is.
I'm telling y'all, the pepperoncinis, that is the key to that pot roast. It is so good. There's actually a few meals now that we'll do and throw pepperoncinis in on it with the juice because, oh my goodness, that flavor. And let me tell you something, there is nothing, somebody needs to put that in a candle because when you're cooking that, there is no better smell in that kitchen. That stuff is amazing.
Burgers right here, like, what is going
I'm about
on,
to be right
Mom?
there too.
Smells good.
Let me bump this camera up so y'all can see us a little more. Roger, get your wet butt out of the kitchen.
So we're gonna kind of do these like the burrito tacos a little bit. Get my meat shredded up here.
Get out of there. All right, I might have us a bit bright right there, y'all, with the sun setting, so I'll have to adjust the camera again. So Mr. Jimmy asked, did I see Country View Acres last video with Evan and Rebecca? You're probably talking about the one with the solar, I'm assuming. I watched that yesterday. Absolutely. I've been loving watching what Evan's been doing with his solar room, and I love how neat and clean his install is. He's got some really good ideas there. Y'all need to go check that out. Evan and Rebecca over at Country View Acres. They got a very similar channel to ours, lots of kind of homestead related stuff. They're doing a solar system right now as well. And Evan does electrical maintenance for a living, and he does, you can tell, he does a really clean, awesome job on his installs. I really like watching that. I really do. Yeah, I know. And I'm telling y'all to go watch more electrical videos, everybody's favorite, as if I didn't burn y'all out on all that on the house. So how's Mr. Doug? I haven't really talked to Mr. Doug this week. I think Monday was maybe the last time I talked to him. He's doing just fine from the conversation that we had, just kind of chatting about some videos. Keep in mind, Mr. Doug, I think works a lot of Sunday nights, so there's not a lot of times he can make live streams. Not to mention, sometimes you just get tied up and busy. What else we got here? So Mikey says last month's bill was $2.47. Well, you've obviously got your solar dialed in right there. It sounds like a pretty good bill. What else we got? Everybody talking about the 100K. Yep. We're still picking up several thousand subscribers a month. So, I mean, the 100K will eventually be here. We've kind of slowed down a little. That's the way it goes. It's always an ebb and flow to picking things up, picking up subscribers, videos taking off, and then you'll slow down for a little bit. We have no idea when the 100K can come, but we are so excited about it. I cannot wait to have that happen and celebrate that with y'all.
I have to move my crock pot over so y'all can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just putting my tortillas here in the juice so they'll get that flavor.
So Brent says Duke in Florida makes your power bill $30 if you don't have at least a $30 electric bill. It's pretty much the way it works here with our electrical co-op. They have a $30 a month maintenance fee plus a bunch of taxes. So you're going to pay that regardless. Doesn't matter if you use any power or not. Kind of aggravating, but I guess $30 is nice to keep yourself grid tied. Let's see what else. There was one more I kind of skipped over. I was trying to go back and find it. Oh yeah, so Crystal's going to jump off because she's got something really cool going on. HGTV is doing a episode in her hometown tonight.
Oh, cool.
She wants to go watch that. I don't blame you. Go enjoy that, Crystal. Enjoy your show there, and hopefully you'll see some old friends and family on the show there in your hometown. That's kind of cool. Let's see here, Kim says she loves her Instapot. I'm telling y'all, I thought those things were kind of a joke or a little scam back in the day.
That's what he said about the Blackstone too. He was like, "Oh, we don't need a Blackstone."
I tell you what, we love our Blackstone, but I think that Instapot's more useful. That thing just cooks so much stuff.
Here, I need to do a bowl here.
So Adam, thank you very much. He says here's a $20 very generous donation. Thank you. Says for Cash's Cow Camp Fund.
All right.
Well, I hate to tell you, Adam, Cash has been hooking me up.
We love our cow camp.
Yeah. So thank you so very much for that, Adam. Truly do appreciate you. You've been so generous tonight. Oh, what else we got going on here? So just finished your series on building the kitchen, and here it is. That's right. checked the clock and was look, oh, yep. So every Sunday night we're out here at the outdoor kitchen. And keep in mind that series is what, probably close to a year old now. Maybe not quite, but maybe, I don't know. Yeah, a little less.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not a year.
Yeah, but it's quite. I mean, it's getting there. It's a few months shy of a year.
Hey, we
Regardless,
just moved in a year ago.
I know, but I got to building it right after that, didn't I?
Yeah, true.
So, anyways, yes, we use our kitchen at least. I say at least once a week. We sit out here every single night and enjoy the fans and the bar stools, and we'll eat out here on the
Depends
bar
on who's
top.
cooking.
Yeah, I know that's true too. So we've been using it a lot. No issues. It's been, I mean, it's been great. Other than some nicks and dings and just general use. Don't regret anything. And that's been such a popular series. So thankful for that series because it's still getting really good views for the channel. How many acres do we have? I haven't had that question asked in a while, but we used to get a lot. We have 50 acres, a little over 50 acres, about 30 are woods. Some of that we planted in pines, and everything else is pasture, perimeter, a little food plot that I have for the animals, things such as that. Oh, wow. Brent says this summer electric bill used to be about $450 with no solar, but now it's about $30 with solar. You must put a heck of a system in. I ain't never had an electric bill anywhere near that high. Woo, you got a big house, or y'all have very expensive electric where you're at. So who is our home internet provider, and is it unlimited? Just got back on the Starlink wait list, says Jay Hess. I am still using the NetBuddy cellular internet. I have never hit a cap, so I'm assuming it is unlimited like they claim.
Get out of here,
I don't
y'all.
use a terabyte a month or something crazy, but I do use a few hundred gigs a month. No issues. Now, funny you mentioned the internet stuff. I just had a white truck pull up in the yard last week. I come out to see who the heck's in my yard, and it's the people that were installing fiber as part of that infrastructure bill. So I was really excited to see him. I said, please tell me you got some good news because we're supposed to get fiber here at some point. He tells me he still thinks we're a year away, but they are actually installing it way south of us and way north of us. But he was out here to look at our power pole because they apparently are going to have to kill our power and move some things around on the pole because that's where the fiber is coming in. So eventually we're getting there. But it sounds like for the next year, we're going to be using cellular internet, and I'm so thankful we have it. Thank you very much, Chris. He does bring up a good point that I don't never tell people. We do have two other channels, a podcasting channel where we talk about everything, everything. some things people don't want to hear. Well, we kind of heard that lately, didn't we? And we do have an outdoor channel if you're into that. A lot of boating, fishing, hunting, things such as that. And those links are also down in the description if you're curious about that. And Cash rubbing it in my face that he just got him a brand new dump trailer.
Oh,
I want one of those so bad. So Charlie asks, are you going to expand your system with all Orient power products other than the panels? Currently, I am, Charlie. So I just bought and paid for with my own money another 6,500 watt inverter. So I'm spilling the beans, and another 5 kW battery. Eventually, I want to get up to a minimum of 20 kW, maybe in the range of 30 kW as far as battery capacity goes. In order to charge that much, because I may tie the house in, is the whole reason I want all that. In order to charge that much, we'll probably eventually have to add some more panels. The reason I went with it, because it's been solid. I haven't had no issues other than a little bit of light flicker when I'm on straight solar, which I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video. No overheating, no cutting off. I've been running it, a couple months straight now. It made me feel confident enough, and the price was right. So I went ahead and ordered their inverter and another battery because it was probably the most affordable prices I could find. And I had a little confidence under my belt, obviously running the equipment that we have now. As far as the future panels go, I may go with more Renogy. I'm actually looking at another little build that may come up. I may use some larger residential panels. I may even try some used panels because people always bring that up. I've been shopping around kind of thinking, but we're going to have another pretty unique build coming to power up some other equipment that I already have. So it's going to be fun. But as of right now, yes, I did go back with Orient Power because I already have some of their equipment. The price was really right and fit our budget. And I'm curious to have the conversation with y'all too about the buyback because I see everybody talking about your solar buyback. I crunched the numbers today, and it's disturbing how little you get paid in my area for solar buyback and what all was required in the application and contract in order to qualify with the co-op. Like, I don't see how it would ever once in my life pay me back. So ours is strictly going to be for knocking the bill down and having excellent backup power here should anything crazy happen or a hurricane or, you know, stuff like that. We're definitely going to dig more into that. When is the next podcast and who's on it? Be this week. We used to do every 2 weeks. We kind of got off track there for a little bit. Don't know just yet. I have a list of about 40 topics we'll cover. I've tried to get a couple people on in the past, and it just never seemed to work out with the life and everything else. So maybe me and Tiffany yakking again about Lord knows what. So Backyard Garage says, I have to tell you, you should be the next Bob Vila. You have to say, I'm great on camera, extremely knowledgeable when you do research, the way you explain things. Well, thank you very much, Backyard Garage. Truly do appreciate the kind words right there. Man, we're getting dark again. I'll bump up one more time. I think Tiffany's almost cooking, or done cooking.
Almost done here.
Let me bump it up so they can actually see what you got going on here. Let me get out of your way. We'll grab another couple questions while she's plating that food up. Uh-oh. There it goes.
What happened?
I just lost connection.
Oh no.
But I think we're back. I ain't even touched nothing. I didn't touch anything over here in the cable unplugged. I got to buy me a new, even though it's a brand new HDMI cable right there for my camera. I got to buy another one because this keeps happening. But I think we're back the way it looks. Always so nerve wracking on these things.
Let me show you all the plates here.
Yep. So let's show this food off.
Super excited about this one.
It actually smells so good.
Yes.
Oh, it smells so good.
All right.
Get out of the way so it'll focus.
So here is our Mississippi roast tacos with our little au jus and our French onion rice to go along with it. Yum.
Yum.
Can't wait.
Yes, I cannot wait to try that. All right, y'all. So looks like we've been yakking about an hour, our typical routine. I think this time we normally don't really eat much on Sunday nights, but tonight we're going to pig out. We're going to play fetch with the dogs here who's rolling around behind me. We got to go put the chickens up, all that good stuff. So I think we're going to wrap this up for now. Thank y'all so very much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us, for watching our content, sharing, helping the channel grow. And thank you everybody that's been so kind and generous and giving tonight. We truly do appreciate y'all. So we'll catch y'all on next week at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we have, I do want to end it with this. I do have a couple of review videos coming this week that tends to upset some people, but the coolest reviews you've ever seen.
Super exciting, y'all.
Give them a chance. So we're going to have a smorgasbord of content this week, and I'm going to slam y'all with, I think, 2 videos in one day, something I've never done. And then it's going to start getting a little easy on content next few weeks because I have huge projects working on. The big chicken coop and the pool, which means as I'm working on those daily, I'm not making, short videos that I can get edited and get out. So we're still here. We got cool projects coming, and you're getting a smorgasbord this week from solar to all kinds of stuff. So we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday night with us. Good night. God bless.
Good night.
Take care.